What explains the silence of life in the universe? When astronomers peer out into the cosmos, they see many wondrous things. Stars going supernova, black holes devouring entire planetary systems, and bizarre, fantastical phenomena we cannot yet explain. But there's one thing we have never observed: life. We've not seen so much as a flicker of an advanced civilization out there. No signals, no ships, no signs whatsoever that there's anything else out there apart from ourselves. So why is that? Where is everyone? What explains the silence of life?
For many centuries, mankind has been trying to understand whether we are alone in the universe, and if not, whether we can hope for peaceful communication with any aliens we may come across. Alas, the silence of the cosmos forces us to formulate theories in the spirit of the Fermi paradox, which says that if aliens exist, then why the heck don't we see any evidence of their activity? One of the hypotheses that answers this question is quite unusual. The hypothesis that some civilizations have chosen in their entirety to go together into a state of hibernation and wait for better times to wake up, to be born again like the sleeping kings of European myth. And that begs the question, what are they waiting for? Let's discuss. The universe passes through certain stages of development, and different epochs essentially differ from each other by cosmological conditions. For example, when stellar objects become more dispersed, the universe becomes colder. And this, according to the hypothesis under discussion, is necessary for the aliens. Having already reached their technological singularity, they have moved into a digitized state, and the present state of the universe is, for them, well, a little uncomfortable. With a drop in temperature, information processes can proceed much faster and more efficiently. That's why the aliens are hibernating, so as not to waste resources in vain. The results of the study, published in the Journal of the British Interplanetary Society, were unexpected. But futurists, astrobiologists, and experts at the SETI Institute have often discussed that such a new stage of evolution for advanced civilizations, including our human one, can be considered in the transition to a digital form of existence. Such post-biological digital entities that live inside the most powerful supercomputers will require access to powerful and efficient data processing facilities. The authors of the article, Anders Sandberg, Stuart Armstrong, and Milan Cirkovic, remind us that information processes have their place, especially if we are talking about systems whose work directly depends on the temperature of the environment. The potential of the speed of information processes increases with decreasing temperature, and cooling superpower computer systems extracts huge energy costs. So there is the possibility that highly developed civilizations, after calculating resources and spending, will prefer a long sleep to the unreasonable expenses. At present, the temperature of the background radiation of the universe is about 3 degrees Kelvin. It's cold for us, but that's hot for a supercomputer. According to some recent conjecture, after trillions of years, the cosmic background radiation will practically disappear due to the expansion of the universe and the disappearance of most stars. The speed of information processes in such a medium will be 1,030 orders of magnitude higher than now. That's a lot. Therefore, if the extraterrestrial civilization needs the most effective processing ability, temporarily sleeping is a fairly logical conclusion. It will be possible to do a lot more with less waste in the cold, distant future. So we find these sleepers if they really exist. The researchers propose to pay attention to processes that prevent natural astrophysical phenomena. If the evolutionary transition of a star into a black hole is blocked in some way, if the galactic wind loses some of its force and gas in intergalactic space stops coalescing, if there are no collisions of some galaxies where expected, or the expansion of galactic clusters due to the expansion of the universe is hampered in some way, all of these are opportunities to look and ask whether there is anything unusual, anything alien in these areas that slows down the esteemed cosmological processes. There's another, more radical option. Launch a huge number of identical, self-repairing probes into different parts of the universe. Sleeping civilizations will surely have in place some defense system in case of emergency, something to react to danger. And these systems could be found, researchers believe. Of course, the hypothesis has critics, including David Brin, an astrophysicist, science fiction writer, and expert at the SETI Institute. He says that a warm universe may not be the most favorable place for digitized creatures, but losing time and opportunities because it's warm is a rather strange and dangerous strategy. Quote, if you ignore the laws of the physical world in favor of datism is a kind of ideology of data, you may be surprised by something that erupts in objective reality and bites you while you slept in search of better computational times. Brin thinks that other civilizations may take advantage of their rivals' dormancy, break through their defenses, and harm them. The author of the hypothesis is not a fanatic about the whole idea, but he believes that we need to consider the possibility, as such a strategy could become part of our future, and a choice we may decide to make. As he says, I think whatever the answer to the Fermi paradox is, that we are alone and responsible for the future of this universe, that intelligent life is always doomed, that the aliens are really here in some form, or that we are fundamentally wrong about something essential, whatever the answer, it's going to be mind-blowing. But it might take a long, long time to get the answer.